Hannah Scholl's, Bike Friday, and I'm going to show you how the Holiday Elite can change the whole size of the bike in 3 different spots: seat mast, mainframe, stem, to adjust to fit a person 4'9" or a person 6'6". We're starting in the smallest possible position for the stem, mainframe, and seat mast, and we're going to adjust to the largest possible position for all 3. We're starting with the mainframe, and there are 2 sizing bolts that are holding the sizing position, and we're going to take them out completely first. Put them aside. And then the binder bolts we're going to loosen in the frame. Don't take them out, just loosen them all as much as possible. Put your hand on the handlebars, put your foot right here and pull. And then you check to see if you are lined up with the internal hole and external hole in the size that you want. Looks like we need a little bit more. And if you go too far or you're really close, then you hold this saddle and the handlebars and you rock back and forth just a little bit to fine tune your position to make sure your holes line up. And then get your sizing bolts and put them in place to hold the sizing position. Use your 5mm hex wrench tool to tighten those down. And then go to the binder bolts and tighten those down so you have the size you want. Mainframe is in the largest position. We're going to adjust the saddle height to the tallest possible position, and there are 2 different places to adjust height. The first one is the bottom binder on the frame. We'll loosen that up and then pull up the highest position and look for the minimum insertion point, which is going to be a series of marks here. Don't go past that, that's for safety. So up to the minimum insertion and tighten up the binder. The second is the collar on the top where the seat post goes into the seat mast. So we're going to loosen up that binder. And then pull the seat post up to minimum insertion. Again, with a series of marks around the circumference. That's the minimum there for safety. And we can tighten that up. For a very long-legged person to ride this bike. So now we're going to raise the handlebars to the highest possible position. There's 1 binder to loosen up right here on the stem. And then we are going to lift up the handlebars. If you need some leverage, putting your legs over the front wheel. And again, looking for that minimum insertion point that's going to be marked on the stem there. Make sure you don't go past there. And then make sure you got your front wheel straight with your handlebars and the frame, and tighten it down. This bike is now sized and ready for a very tall person to ride it. Now we're going to make this very large bike into a small bike again. First step is putting the bike on its rear end, which makes it much easier to work with gravity to help shrink the mainframe down. So in adjusting the mainframe from large to small, we will use the 5mm again to take out the sizing bolts from the frame. Put those aside, and then loosen the binder bolts. Then we have gravity's help in pushing the mainframe all the way to the position you want. We've pushed it all the way into the smallest position. Then we tighten up, we put in the sizing bolts again. And then make sure you tighten the binder bolts. These cable guides actually allow the cables to slide, so we'll just slide them in place now that we've adjusted the bike frame to be smaller, and bike down. Frame is now in the shortest position. Now we're gonna shrink the seat down to the smallest position. Our 5mm, starting with the seat post and the binder. Just loosen up the binder. Seat post goes all the way down. And the seat mast, loosening up the binder bolt. The seat mast all the way down, and then making sure we've straightened the saddle so the nose is straight to the stem. Tighten it up. Got a nice cruise position. And then the handlebars all the way down. So we've got this one binder right here. We loosen it up. Bars go all the way down. Make sure we got the front wheel, the handlebars, and the main frame all lined up. Oh. Tighten up the binder. And we are in the smallest position. Ready to ride again.